Hello class, hope everyone are doing great. In today's presentation, I am going to explain about the code performance analysis. So, uh, in the introduction part, integrating the call center data and the code eviction data can aid in comprehensively evaluating the effectiveness of the judicial system across different neighborhoods. So, this integrated analysis can consider the volume of cases as the key factor and can be used to identify the access to impact of various socio-economic factors on code performance. So the ultimate goal of this is to enhance the and optimize the judicial system for more equitable and efficient delivery of justice. So what kind of research question we can ask? So this call center data and code eviction data can be clubbed together to perform an analysis on how effective the court is in different neighborhoods and the performance of the court on the sheer number of cases, and also their result can be clubbed further with various socio-economic factors to find the difference of court performance based on neighborhood conditions. For example, how a court performs on neighborhood how a court performs a rich neighborhood as against a poor neighborhood. This can help us a better understanding on court performance based on various matrices and how they affect the judicial system, and the how the data can help us to solve the shortcomings of the judicial system and makes it as better in a better system overall. So to analyze the performance of the court in different neighborhoods, we need to consider the number of cases and their resolution times among the other factors. In this, we can use the Pandas and the Python Pandas and Matplotlib and Seaborn libraries can be used to perform the analysis. So the integration of call center data and the code eviction data enable an comprehensive evaluation. Whereas how can be the integration of call center data and the code eviction data enable a comprehensive evaluation of the effectiveness of the judicial system across different neighborhoods. So considering the case volume as a key factor, and further how can the analysis can be leveraged to identify the assets on various socio-economic factors on the code performance. So with the goal of an enhancing and optimizing the judicial system for more equitable and efficiency delivery of the justice. So data sets. I have taken two data sets, which are two data sets. One is 311 call center service request survey data, and another one is count of evictions by neighborhood in Jackson County. So the first data set says about where are the first data set contains the 311 customer service. Someone who calls 311 for an issue is sent to a small survey after the city believes it has addressed the issue. Not everyone is surveyed due to some calls being anonymous or not being able to locate the requested mailing address because the cards are mailed physically. And the time is delay between when the service request is closed and when the city can enter the survey results into our system. These surveys stopped being sent out as of 2020, and the results can be scale between 1 to 5, where 1 is unacceptable, 2 is poor, 3 is acceptable, and 4 is good, and 5 is excellent. So multiple results per 311 cases are possible due to multiple people requesting the same service for the same location. For example, if 10 people ask you about the 311 to have a city repaint a crosswalk at the 12th and Grand Street, each of them will be mailed a survey and the results will be shown in the datasets. And the second dataset is about this dataset is contains results of court evictions which are clubbed from the neighborhoods. The dataset is capped from the year 2014 to 2016. It represents the detailed insight into the number of evictions that have taken place in these neighborhoods. So, which tools I used? I used the Python. We all know Python is a versatile language which is widely used for data cleaning and munging. And libraries such as Pandas and NumPy provide powerful data structures and functions for handling and manipulating the data. So, for example, if you take the CSV file functions in Pandas to load the data into data frame, we can use the drop now function to remove the rows with missing values and replace the function to replace the specific values. How can be the cloud used in this? So the data set is very large in the cloud. We distribute the computing to store and process the data efficiency. So technologies such as Apache Hadoop for distributed storage and Apache Spark for distributed processing can be used. To analyze this performance of the code in different neighborhoods, we need to consider the number of cases and their resolution times among other factors. So Python and Matplotlib and Seaborn libraries can be used to perform the analysis and visualize the results. So this is the complete analysis we took from the code eviction data for, where this data set a linear regression could be used to predict the days open based on the other variables. So these two graphs shows the complete analysis where the plot shows the average resolution time even in number of evictions and the resolutions time of an eviction by the court is required. Hence the data used will be we have to use the case ID and the neighborhood, what kind of neighborhood, and resolution time of the eviction. Now we can try to plot the trends and try to observe the data to perform further analysis on the factors affecting the resolution time. We need to the various other factors which are not included in the data set. So while you observe the plots in the graph 1, the plot shows us all that the number of court evictions are irregular and non-uniform in the neighborhood. Some neighborhoods have significantly higher efficiency rates than the other neighborhoods. When the analysis is performed, if you see the second graph, this plot shows us the average efficiency resolutions time by the court for a neighborhood is not directly dependent on the number of evictions of the neighborhood, and some other factors are playing a big role in determining the average time for evictions per neighborhood. So coming to the conclusion, the plot shows as all the average resolutions time even in the number of evictions per neighborhood is non-uniform, so that hence the resolution there is a disparity between the neighborhoods in the average resolution time. The plot shows us the sort of data according to the number of cases, and the average resolution time is not sorted in order to enhance the average resolution time is not dependent on the number of cases that neighborhood has, and hence average resolution time is independent of the number of cases. Hence, the codes are not performing uniformly across all neighborhoods, and their performance depends on their socio-economic profile of the neighborhood. So these are the references. Thank you. Have a good day.